Live from the 7th drunkest city in the nation. Yeah! It's a podcast that just does. Just screwed that one up.
Penis scissors.
Live from the 7th.
Sorry.
Live from Ben's Briss.
Listener warning. Everything about this podcast is offensive and often stupid. Live from the 7th drunkest city in the nation. It's a podcast that just doesn't give a damn. Guys, gays, and beer!
Yo!
It's a podcast.
I'm not cheering because I don't give a damn.
It's a podcast.
You didn't give a damn, so I was kind of going with that.
You really did too, didn't you? You did. He really didn't give a damn. He's like, fuck this.
Our rivers are free-flowing because we don't give a damn. I've been practicing my dad jokes.
You must have been.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you don't live in Milwaukee County.
That was painful. That was just painful. All right, so I think we will start the episode with Beer Court. Like we always do. Like that's wait, like that's a surprise. Continue.
Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum.
Okay, now we Matt do this every time now.
Why don't we just get Matt doing it a cappella?
That's what I'm thinking.
With himself.
Let's just record it so that we just have this beautiful, beautiful sound.
I think so.
I'm good with that.
You want bongo drums?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to use my butt cheeks?
Oh,
I mean, I could use your butt cheeks and acapella it.
That would be freaking awesome.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
I need a video for this.
By the
for
power
private
vested
reasons.
in me by the drunkest state in the nation, Wisconsin.
And that's
us.
vest. That vest gives him so much power. It's amazing.
He has the power!
Okay,
They
so
call it his power vest.
this is what this is.
It's like a power suit.
It's Beer Court.
Yay, Beer Court! So tonight, Rob, we have something from our buddies over at Flying Dog, and we've done Flying Dog beers before. This is their Blood Orange Ale. Somebody want to read the description?
Matt does because Matt and I have the same voice.
All right, well, Matt.
It's true. What brings us together as brethren of good beer is a bitterness that runs through our veins. What would typically make goosebumps rise and send shivers up spines merely fuels our intense love of the craft. Cast away your fears, embrace the fire, and join our flock.
That did not say anything about this fucking beer.
It did not.
But wait, it's 7% alcohol by volume, which is dope.
Yeah.
And then they talk about their intense love for the craft. Are they talking about that 90s film?
The Craft?
Yeah.
They might be. That being said, those girls were pretty hot in that movie. So I'm just
True,
gonna say.
true.
The movie sucked, but the
I
girls in
would
it, I would watch it
dedicate
for
a
that.
beer to that.
Could they be talking about mac and cheese?
Craft?
Wait,
You found something that describes the beer?
Why
I
would
can't.
the
be
beer
so
you are
obsessed
about
with
to
that?
taste
Oh,
may, in fact, change your life.
Oh, shit.
No longer will securing that same old parking spot at the office give you a false sense of accomplishment. Coloring outside of the lines will start to feel like your only option. Always wear clean underwear? Hell, you might not even wear underwear anymore.
Wait,
Challenge
Wait, like we ever did?
the status quo. Welcome to the Republic.
Okay, so you still said nothing about the fucking beer.
Yeah,
okay,
really
Flying
not
Dog
saying
did.
I'm
7%
confused.
alcohol by
Are we
volume.
joining some like
Cult?
some super government or a cult? I don't
I'm thinking
know.
of cult. So I'm going to say right now, Flying Dog, cool bottles as always. You know, you might want to describe a little bit of what the flavors. I can assume it's going to be something to do with blood orange and ale, but you know, maybe a little description of that.
They got
Maybe that's all they feel like they need to say.
It smells
is
a lot
calling
like
it
dog
a blood
urine.
orange ale.
Yeah,
It smells a
there
lot
is-
like dog
it's
urine.
like, well, have you ever had a blood orange? Have you had an ale? But then also the writing is a lot of fluff and not
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
And not a lot of
so
stuff,
What?
thank you.
So what?
I like to know it's 7% though. I do like to know that.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
a
and it's
decent
in
And
Full
long
legally,
beer.
I think they need to say that. So
Yeah, well, good.
If they didn't have to, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they should be like, there's so much beer in here,
So
like
wait a minute,
every
I
other
think I
bottle.
found the most
but
description they
better.
have on it. A beer brewed with blood orange puree and natural flavoring.
Flavor. It's an ale
Well, that's legalese.
brewed with blood orange puree and natural flavorings.
Maybe.
said.
Do you need? No, you didn't.
I
Do you
said
want
a
the-
beer.
Do you want, do you want the reading glasses?
All right, well, let's try it. Let's find out if it's any good.
Too late. I mean, I'll take yours too.
Second sip.
Okay, here's my thing. I'm good with it. It's not
Matt,
sweet.
take two at once. Take two at once. Just put them both in your mouth at the same time.
I'm getting there.
Tip to tip. Tip to tip.
With JJ Bradley, the Switchblade Bandit. No vowels.
Every Friday.
Oh my
3 p.m.
God, he's
CST.
doing it. Yeah. For those
All
who
right.
don't watch
you know,
and only listen, Matt just took two to the mouth.
It was hot. Actually, it was cold. It's beer. It's chilled.
And
all
found out
since
there's a
the
lot
UK.
of people just
So
listening.
here was my thought. And I do like sometimes when it's balls hot around here right now. When it's balls hot, I actually kind of like something with a little bit of fruitiness to it.
But this has that bitter to it, so
Yeah?
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the
It's not a sweet beer.
Leinenkugel Summer Shady.
It's not a shandy, no,
Yeah,
or
that-
a rattler.
Rattler's got a little bit more of the tartness to
That's
it
true.
because they're grapefruit. But like, yeah, you can taste the blood orange in it, but then it also has that nice bitterness with just like
It's got a nice
Yeah,
hoppy
when
end
it's
to it.
hot.
Yeah,
bitter
no,
is good.
I actually kind of like that. I mean, I enjoy hops every once in a while, and I definitely don't enjoy them as the main course of my beer, because why ruin your beer like that? We have refrigeration, and it doesn't take 6 months to
you
make
want
the
your-
trip from England to India anymore.
Because you want your beer to taste like weed, dude.
Then make it out of weed.
Oh my God! Can we do that?
Probably.
Pretty soon.
Science!
I mean, but I really enjoyed the very, very light hoppy flavor at the end of that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, you know,
It
and
does
I'm
nice and
burping up hop, which is good. I'm okay with that.
But that middle ground is totally blood orange. And then
Yeah, no,
transfers
absolutely.
over.
Yeah,
very
you-
smooth.
But not
get a-
sweet. But
you'll-
not sweet blood orange.
Yeah,
you taste the blood orange.
Well, you taste it, and it is a little sweet, and then that soft, bitter finish really, I think, finishes it off nicely.
It
I
has
think.
just enough rat's ass in it to.
for
it
Rob
does.
to give a little.
Yeah, I'm such a.
Well, I mean, by the art itself, I don't think it would be rat ass. I would
Dog's
feel like
ass?
it's a dog who has worms rubbing its butthole on
each
the
bottle.
carpet.
Each bottle.
Each bottle.
It definitely does
He rubs
smell
his butt on it.
like dog urine.
Well,
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
I
look-
gotta say, you're
But it doesn't taste like dog urine.
no.
like
I gotta
a
say, the
cat.
smell was a bit strange. There he is.
Hey, buddy.
Travis.
I know he's
it
got to
does
leave right
look
away.
like exfoliating.
It does. Again, it does actually. The smell's not great.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Fuck you. Real quick before we pass our verdict on it.
Hop that hop.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big fan of. I don't know if I've
No
had
idea what it
specifically
is,
a
a little
blood,
hoppy.
blood orange on its own, but it reminds me of
Suck the
grape.
foam, man.
Yeah.
Suck it.
And I'm not a big fan of grapefruit, but I'm okay with this beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Kind
would
of
say-
balances out the hoppiness.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
And
it
I don't
really
like
does.
hoppy beers either.
No.
Right.
But you like you said, it's a soft hoppy.
So I'm not an
Right.
idiot.
It's not.
It's a soft hop with a soft that starts with a soft sweet, and that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I can drink
Corroborating
this.
evidence.
Yeah.
I
So what's
tried
with this
hop
like
fruit
hop
for-
conspiracy we got going on, guys? Like,
That's true. They've been hopping everything, haven't they?
yeah, like every beer we've been trying.
This
it's
is
like,
an
oh,
ale too. It's not an IPA.
let's just throw some hops in there. It'll be good.
See,
People
we-
love hops.
We need to find a good sour that isn't a grapefruit, because I love me some fucking sour beers, and I'd love to
Good
share
luck.
a good one.
Good
with
luck
you
on
guys.
that.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck on that.
Try
There-
kiwis.
Well, there's a really good sour beer from what's it called? I
The
forget.
Eastern Bloc.
It's the same place that does Dragon's Milk, New Holland in Michigan.
Yeah.
They've got a really really good seasonal sour beer. It's fucking ridiculous.
need to create an
If I can
IPA.
find it, I'll bring it.
And then name it Illuma Hoppy.
Yeah,
I like that.
Holy
All right,
shit,
so,
dude
all right.
walks into the show and just drops the mic immediately.
Sorry,
Way to go, T-Bird.
We have to quit and start a brewery. Goodbye.
Deuces.
All right, so gentlemen, verdict.
For some sort of hoppy beer, it's not bad. Yeah, it's pretty good summer drink.
Yeah,
I don't like hoppy things, so.
Okay, so
I'd drink it again.
I would too. So Flying Dog, as always, you make good beers. How about putting a fucking description better than this little line on the bottom?
You know what their next description on their new beers and be? Fuck Tom.
You want a
Asshole.
description? You want a description? It's just a
Flanders,
picture of a middle finger.
With Tom.
Right.
All right, Rob. Pronounce
On-
judgment.
On the first charge of being rat's ass, I find you not guilty. Woo! On the second charge of being dog ass, I find you guilty of being tasty.
Tasty
Dog ass.
Tainty.
And sentence you.
Ooh.
Just
Tainty
wait.
dog.
Sentence you to me drinking the shit out of you.
All right.
All right, off the wall question. Where is a dog's taint?
Same place it is on a human, except you can see it.
But how how that
You
distance?
can see my taint.
Well, I mean, when there are balls there, it's really short. When there are balls there, it goes all the way up to their nose.
Whoa!
That's just science. I mean, I
I
can't.
never knew Matt was a vet.
The science of taint.
I am.
I didn't know there was a
I
science
mean,
of taint.
it's a hobby.
He's a taintologist.
Right, taintologist.
A gauchoist?
Taintologist.
Gauchoist.
A gouchist?
A gauchist.
All right.
Bolshevik.
Let's get down to the show.
He blinded
I'm
me
alright.
with science.
Oh.
Flashbacks.
No, you're not making love to me.
That could be.
All right.
Unless
All
your
right,
name
all right,
is
all right,
Carl
all right.
Sagan.
What
All
is
right,
the real
what?
topic tonight, Rob?
I can't deal with this anymore. I gotta leave. I gotta go.
You're not gonna say. Oh no, you're not gonna say that. All right.
Nope. I'm out.
Gentlemen, we'll talk to you guys later.
Pleasure to see you. Thank you
Everybody
for
in
the
the
beer.
audience.
I'm a little drunk. Let's go. Road
Sign
trip.
over one.
Yep. All right.
I
So,
was an idiot. Left my phone in Chicago.
Oh, have fun, guys.
See you guys.
have
Let
fun
up.
storming the castle in Chicago. Close the door. Thank you.
All right. Real topic tonight, Rob.
Real topic tonight.
Well, I
Rob.
mean, it's all real topics, in my opinion.
real topics.
All right, so today
Talking
we're
about
going
real
to talk about Nintendo released recently. Well, in the UK they released it. In the US they haven't released it yet, but they have released a mini Nintendo, a plug and play, and it's gotten good reviews from people playing it. It's gotten mixed reception from the community that loves retro gaming. And we're going to first really just talk about this particular device itself, because I think it's kind of a cut above type of device. It's more expensive than usual. I think you were saying it was like $50, $60.
$60 is the price point on this one.
Boy.
But
Do you
that,
want to talk price point?
yeah, talk price point. So $60 price point is actually high. This is not the first one of these things to come off the shelf. And the average price point for one brand new is about $40 for a retro console recreation in small form. And they all seem to come with about the same amount of games. 30 to 40 games is the usual number they put on these things. They'll make it look somewhat like the original console. So the Intellivision one looks like an original Intellivision, and the Atari one looks like the original Atari. They try to give that feel. They try to keep the controllers very similar. But the price point is usually right around that $40 mark.
Or 20, honestly. 20,
Well, again,
30 for like Intellivision.
right.
television,
And if you're buying them locally, if you're not getting them online, you can figure almost $40. So I find the $60 price point probably a bit high in my books. All right, for something that has 30 games and is a basically just a recreation of a childhood thing. A lot of it's going to depend on the build quality.
I agree that it's kind of high. I'm not going to give it too high because I'm looking at the game list, and
it's good.
Since it has save state, number one, which is something we were going to talk about. But some of the games on here are amazing. I mean, Star Tropics is on this thing.
Right.
Zelda's on this thing. I mean, yeah, Bubble Bobble's on it.
I mean,
it's one of my
why did
favorite
you say
games
that
of all
first?
time. I should've brought that up.
Contra is on it.
I
Yeah.
actually think anybody else is a huge fan of Bubble Bobble like I am, but I'm glad you are.
I think they
love
picked.
you.
I gotta say, and that's where the game shines. They did pick really good titles.
Right.
This is not a system with weak titles on it, which a lot of the plug and plays are. This is A-class titles. I mean, you got Castlevania on.
I
here.
know.
You got Final Fantasy on this thing.
Yeah.
They knew their market, but look who's putting it out.
Right, exactly.
Right, and that's where I think Nintendo is putting it probably close to the right price point because of what the product was and what the product goes for used now in the retro gaming market. I mean, these games, they're putting 30 games on there, and a bunch of them are extremely popular classics, some of the most played games of all time. Like, those game cartridges by themselves, I imagine, can probably go for as much as this probably decently built box that Nintendo is selling with their software.
That's actually a good point. That you're right. Some of those,
Some
of those games are $10 to $20 per cartridge. So you're right.
So you're saving yourself hundreds of dollars if you're a collector.
That's a good point.
And I will pick on crap like this all day long. I will, but of course I collect them like crazy too.
Right.
I mean, we don't. Probably between us, we probably easily have over 50. If you've been to our room at the Midwest Gaming Classic, we rotate them out. I mean, we have so many we can't display them. I'm suspecting the build quality is probably pretty good because this is Nintendo themselves, and I think that's worth a bit of a premium. Also, I hear it's emulated. See, I'm not 100% sure whether it's emulated or whether they've done something.
I'm hoping it's hardware.
Done like a mini
Right.
chipset, but it really doesn't matter that much at this point because we know that Nintendo's emulation quality is very high.
Yeah.
It's not
True.
Nintendo.
They're not doing the game.
This isn't a system. I mean, I'm sure collectors are going to pick this up. I'm sure they are, just because it's an actual Nintendo product and it's cute. I mean, you got to say it's something you can bring over to your friend's house and you can actually play multiplayer games on, and show it off. It really is a cool looking little system.
Now that brings up a good point. See, so a lot of the clones are one-ofs are one-player games.
Big deal. Yeah.
And that is a big deal. Is the fact that they set this up as a two-player system. So AT is really good about making two-player systems, and Atari did the same thing. But a lot of the ones we pick up are single-player.
Right. And
It plays all the games, and they play it well, but
you see a two-player option on it, and it just kills you because you
can't play two players
on this thing. Yeah, that's a big deal. But so they've actually, it's obvious they've analyzed the market. They've actually said, hey, what's the plug and play market? What are the weaknesses in it? And they've looked at it. I'm hopeful for this device. I think it's looking good. I think the price point's high too. I agree with you guys wholeheartedly on that. It's going to have a hard time just because of that, but.
Do you think it'll drop to the 40-ish mark around Christmas, which is what I suspect it will?
I bet somebody's going to have it on sale pretty cheap.
And I think it would be in Nintendo's interest to, over time, drop it down to the $40 price point, around Christmas time, and then next year, or maybe a year or two down the road, maybe it's Super Nintendo's turn.
It's
Because if this system sees a lot of success, they have the potential to release prepackaged with games emulated plug and plays like this for a bunch of their older systems.
They could do another thing too, which I've seen something I've seen new to the market. So plug and plays used to be fixed and that was it. But what a lot of the new companies are doing, and we just saw this with the Woody. They make different versions of it with different games. So you can buy the same hardware with different game
games
packages.
did that with Sega as well.
Right.
Several times.
Right. And I find that kind of an interesting marketing. So you can resell the same system several times just with different game packages.
I kind of need to buy a Woody now. Huh?
Those are fucking
I
awesome.
really need to get myself a Woody.
If you haven't seen the Woody, it's a Game Boy Advanced emulator. Ooh. Oh, well, wait till you see
Except it uses the micro.
Right.
Game Boy frame.
Right.
And it's got all the games built in. Now, they also make an SP version of it that accepts cartridges, original cartridges, or their multi-carts.
Right. So, but I like what they've done.
I like what they did with this,
the artwork on it looks freaking brilliant. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Yeah, I know.
I'll come back to this. There's so much going on in this market right now.
Right.
I'm going to jump the gun a little bit and point out the fact that I think it's kind of surprising that they haven't gone to the first 3D era yet with these plug and plays. We haven't seen like a 3D plug and play. We haven't seen like an N64 plug and play.
Right, or a PS1.
And the
PSX.
N64 recently came off a patent, apparently. So,
did it?
Yeah, because I heard that
I think
Retron was going to do it.
I think that goes down to what Matt was saying. They could do the Super NES.
Right.
So, and then they could do the N64. Really? On the table? With the mic that's picking up every little noise
Flies
you're
are
making?
farting.
Yes.
And he hears it.
Yeah. So no. But
He's
you're
like
right.
Travis,
So next
though.
year,
Yeah.
SNES, year after that, N64.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see an N64 Mini.
and
I would love to.
What I say is, I don't really collect plug and plays. I play them here and there. The price point, right off the bat, too high for me. honestly, I'm not going to pay that much for that. I mean, yeah, like Matt said, that's one thing. So I looked at them like, hey, a lot of these games, though, the price I would pay for them, like, this is definitely would be worth it. But I'm not an avid collector of consoles. Like, I definitely prefer to have the games when I can, but if it's something where it's like I have to pay $60, $70 for a game, I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
But
I may find ways to play them.
multi-cart.
Cool Rock.
Yeah.
I'm totally talking about borrowing it from a friend.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not going to drop that money, and I'm not going to drop money on a console for... Well, plug and play for a console I already have, where I have the main games that I care about on it. I mean, but that's me.
Right.
So...
I
But
think
no,
it's made
I mean,
for...
honestly, if you think you would get some of the extra games that you don't have, if the feel was good, and that goes back down to the quality of the controllers, if the feel was good, do you think you might shell the money out? I mean, my problem with a lot of these, AT often chintzes on the controllers.
That controller's better than the original.
Atari, Atari on the other hand, we'll get into that.
They're horrible.
Did a really good job on theirs.
Now, wasn't the Nintendo one, couldn't you use your Nintendo controllers, or were they built in?
No, you can use it with the Wii, though.
No, they're not standard controllers. You can't plug a standard Nintendo controller. Now, I'm doing this off the top of my head because I've only...
No, you cannot.
Right. And it's the same with the Intellivision, AT's Intellivision. You can't use, even though it's got the same plug as the original Intellivision controllers, they're not interchangeable. And I find that a big mistake.
Which is sad,
and I think that's
the
a
original
mistake on here,
controllers
too.
were better, even though they suck still. But
I still think that, and I think that's a mistake here, too. I think they should have made it so you could plug in, because there are so many good third-party controllers for the NES that you could have plugged them in.
We got the ones this last Game Classic. I fucking love those things.
Those things they're brand new. It's a reproduction, but it's perfect. I mean,
so good.
In fact, to be honest, it feels a little bit better build quality than the original, and they're only like $10.
And it's comfortable in your hand.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for a Nintendo controller.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job. Oh wait, were you talking about the custom ones that guy made? Oh, never mind. Those were even better.
Yeah.
I forgot. Who was that guy?
Friend of
I can't think. But he those were. Oh my god. So he mods old old NES controllers, and wow, the mods.
turns them into real controllers.
Yeah, amazing. Oh my god, they're amazing. And we got those for like $10 pop, which is cheap. He gave us a really good deal.
Cheese. Instead of bricks of cheese.
Oh yeah, God yes. But
Nintendo controller.
I think that's a mistake that a lot of these companies are making. Make it take the original controller. Okay, I'm going to jump a little bit back. Make it take the original controller.
Yeah, right?
But one thing that does lead me to would enjoy it more is the fact that I brought up the save states. That is really good, because with emulation, like, you can do that pretty much on any custom emulator you set up or like download online that's like built in all the time. And it's super useful because who can sit there and just leave their games on all the time forever,
Right.
just to beat a single game?
There have been people who have done it. I forget.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We've done it as kids.
Right. There was some story about some guy who left the system on for like 20 years. So he wouldn't lose his save state. So adding save states to this was a big feature. And I think it's going to be a selling point on this one.
Yeah.
Especially for things like Final Fantasy, which had no built-in save states. So this adds that to it. Castlevania, I don't think it had built-in save states. So they had, like, again, this was about...
I mean, did anything in the
They had
NES era?
codes. They had codes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
that's
Right.
No, I
getting
mean,
to
there
a
were
certain,
save
like,
states
level
on some
usually.
games. I think the
Yeah, that had the battery.
the American version of Mario Brothers 3, I think.
Actually had it.
Yes, it
Yeah.
Had a battery.
But the Famicom version did not.
Yeah.
I've got the Famicom one. No
Yeah,
battery.
so again, that makes a big difference. I think people really enjoy being able to save their game and come back to it later.
Now, the other thing that might make a difference for me, too, is the video quality.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't tell you. It's
did
composite. It's not HDMI out.
Which I thought was kind of weird.
I did too, actually.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
So,
Most
but-
TVs have composite. I'm not going to say they don't.
And it's not all that strange if it's hardware and not emulation.
Well, see that?
If it's hardware, then of course it's going to put out an analog signal because it's a hardware Nintendo.
And that leads me to believe that they are actually doing hardware.
Which
Otherwise, think
I mean,
they
it's
would put
Nintendo.
HDMI
Like,
out.
why the hell not? Like,
Right. They've just basically put their Nintendo on a single chip or something like
they're
that.
like, we're richer than God because of Pokemon Go. Let's make
Not
a
true.
Nintendo again. Well, okay, whatever. But
No, but I agree with you. I think they put it on a single chip. That's why the composite out and not an HDMI out. I think if it was emulated, I would have thought they would have put HDMI out.
Just FYI, Nintendo's not making that much money from Pokemon Go.
Oh,
They will.
That's sad.
Yeah, no, it's not. They deserve
most of
it.
the money is going to Nantech, the person that
I was looking here.
helped develop it.
Actually, it
and
does
then
come. It does have an
Apple
HDMI.
and-
It does.
and-
Okay.
It is HDMI.
My
out.
mistake.
I was wondering about that because I thought it was.
Then it might be emulated.
You know, if it has HDMI out, or it has an upscaler in it. But
I doubt it has.
I'm thinking it uses NES's, Nintendo's
emulation.
technology, which is
Yeah,
actually really good.
yeah. No,
so,
that I have to believe it's emulated.
yeah.
So,
Still, you know,
okay, so we asked people about this, and overall, the response on our Facebook page has been people are going to buy this. There's all sorts of talk about it, but overall, I think you'll find people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, am I going to run out and get it the first day it's out? No, I'll
This wouldn't be
wait.
something I'd buy until one of you assholes bought it and I get to try it out.
yeah, well,
I'll wait till it's on sale. I'll pick it up. I suspect this is one of these items you'll find at Walgreens around Christmas. Then right after Christmas, I'll clear that shit out and I'll pick one up.
I'm a dumbass. I'll buy it.
Really, right away?
Sure, why not? I buy stupider shit.
I mean,
I
that's
do.
true.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, I'm
That
not
is true,
gonna.
actually.
I'm not arguing for a day one purchase for people in general. It's just I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a
Well,
bad habit
I mean-
of running out and getting it right.
Yeah,
do what makes you happy.
Anybody need a beer?
Fuck it.
Me?
constant. Yeah.
Oh, God,
one.
me.
Masturbation really is my
Right, the main
big-
thing.
Main thing that does that.
Right.
Forgot we're on the air. Sometimes I forget. And I say things like that. Happens.
Sometimes he masturbates while we're on the air. That's awkward.
Sometimes that's
Sometimes.
I'm not the first. We're not the first streamers to masturbate on the air.
No.
That should be a topic. Streamers who masturbate accidentally.
Streamers who have broken the TOS of Twitch on accident.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do it just to,
To see if
Just to see if anyone's watching.
yeah, or just to like do it, just
On
to
somebody.
like get some.
I have a captive
notoriety.
audience. Now is the time.
So, what is the release date here in the States?
I didn't get a release date on it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't see a release date.
Best Buy does
Not
not
when I
have one.
looked.
I would assume before Christmas. sometime.
It's got to be before Christmas. I'm sure people are looking at this as stocking stuffer.
Oh, it's
So it's
good
just like
stocking
it's
stuffer.
just like all the other systems like this. It's a stocking stuffer system.
These rich assholes and their $60 stocking stuffers.
Don't
What the hell is that? So no, but yeah, I see
Like,
that.
for me, is a Twix bar.
I see that. I see that.
Thank you, Matt.
What they're looking at is again for the nostalgia factor. This will be the nostalgia gift to get your
I don't know.
your.
And I see
whoever.
this having a wide field. Obviously, gaming is not the limited community it used to be, even when we
Yeah.
were younger. But this has a wide appeal for pretty much anyone. And because, again, plug and play, no cartridges, nothing. It's just boom. done.
Yeah, and I think
The HDMI makes it like a single
Yeah.
cable.
Well,
set,
now,
too,
yeah.
and
See, that's
Yeah.
even more so. I did not realize.
big deal.
When I looked at the specs, I didn't see that.
I thought it was HDMI.
Yeah,
It is.
Oh, I thought you said
It
it
is.
wasn't.
I checked.
No, I
just checked
I
it.
thought it wasn't. He just
Okay.
rechecked, and it is
Yeah.
HDMI.
well, the
Which is-
That's why I was
maybe
confused.
it
It's like,
Yeah.
or they do onboard conversion.
Upscaling, I doubt it.
Yeah.
because I was looking at an
suspect
image
it's
earlier
emulated
and
at
it
that
said
point.
it was a comparison. I
probably
don't
look
know
better.
which game or whatever or what site it was on. They had 2 images of the color correction compared to the digital versions of some of the games that had been released in like consoles and stuff like that, and it looked better on this.
On the
Anyway,
composite or on the HDMI?
I was
on
just talking
this?
about in general, yeah.
They have an upscaler built in. It's got to be. I bet it's emulated and
Yeah,
upscaled.
that's
Or
what I was
it's
thinking.
like
I'm sorry,
world's
it's
best.
emulated and the emulation it does whatever the
Does the
system
upscaling.
outputs. Right, because that would explain the graphics.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Being better on that would explain the graphics being better.
That
Because
was-
otherwise you're going to end up with Jag. He's like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so probably what you're doing is you're seeing, there's probably some background post processing that's
Right.
doing
You
all
figure,
of
I
that.
mean, I use $20
and shit.
upscalers and they work great.
I know, but again, this is meant
Right.
for the everyday,
Yeah.
not somebody like you who buys
Right.
a lot of this stuff.
I mean, it's entirely possible that the upscaler is a good, $20-$30 chunk of the product.
Yeah, it could be
because
I mean.
it's Nintendo and they don't really skimp on that kind of shit.
No, they don't. So,
Yeah, so I'm cautiously optimistic on it. I think it looks pretty good. It looks
Yeah.
like something that's going to be interesting for gamers. I'm not a purist. I'm a big fan of games are meant to be they're meant to have fun with. It's not
Yeah.
I never have understood gamer snob.
I agree. I agree. I'm sorry.
Get it to work and have fun.
Yeah.
Right, we had some of this thing on
Not have
our
fun.
thing. Well, if you're spending that much money, why not go out? Because you know something? Then you got to find an NES. And even if you find an NES, it's got to be in good working order.
Right.
And then you got to find the cartridges. And you know what it's like? Look, if I live in bumfuck nowhere,
You're not finding shit.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can buy them on eBay, but I'm going to pay eBay prices. Or I
You
can
pay
get-
a lot more.
Exactly.
And you got to have the cartridges around, too. And not everybody has room to stack 5 million cartridges.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
sitting
even
in a
30
rack.
cartridges. Let's just go to simple 30. Let's go
Yeah.
with the 30 cartridges. You ever store 30 cartridges? It's a lot of fucking room.
Yeah.
If you're in an apartment someplace, you know, having a plug and play has its advantages.
I think
you're
it's
going
more
over to a
important to
buddy's house
enjoy
and having a party night where all you're going to sit around and play classic games. Plug and plays are great for that.
Yeah, plus you don't, spill your beer on the cartridges.
Thank you. Yeah,
know,
you fuck it up. You're not ruining, a collector's cartridge. Who cares if you ruin a $30 or $60?
Yeah, I mean, and you're probably not going to ruin it. It's way easier not to ruin that thing than it is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
to ruin the cartridge,
Than a real system.
and you don't have any of the questions of, hey, this thing's old. How long is it
Yeah,
going
gotta
to
be
last?
careful with it.
Especially front loading NESs.
Oy.
They're shit boxes. So.
Yeah, they are.
So it's not like, again, like I said, yeah, I understand there's purists out there. That I have no problem with you wanting to be a purist. I just don't. I have a problem with you pissing on everybody else's parade.
Who's not right?
Right? Who's not? I don't look down on. Obviously, I don't look down on people who use the real consoles. I love the real consoles, but yeah, it's fun to just get in there and play sometimes.
Right.
I don't
And
have a problem
that being
with
said, when we were at MGC, that area where we set up the retro clones, people freaking went nuts for that area. Like you said, we were
Yeah, they
swapping
love
all
that
weekend
area.
long.
Yep.
You
Did
know,
really well.
yes, we had a lot of classic and rare machines set up and running. People don't mind just playing the same games on that. They were playing the games for the sake of playing the games.
Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't care what system it was running on at that point. They just wanted to play those
As
old
long as it
games.
plays well. I mean,
Exactly.
Some systems do it better than others. Speaking of, let's just talk about clones in general. Let's broaden the scope now, which we were planning to do.
All right.
Rarely do we actually.
Well,
Succeed, but-
if we're actually going to talk about clones, I have something I want to whip out during this show.
Not his dick for once.
Yeah. So
once.
I got a birthday gift for my little brother. Not my little brother, my brother. Sorry, he's still my little brother, but my brother.
He's littler than you.
Littler than me. Well, he's younger than me. He's not littler than me. Well, he's littler than me too, because I'm old enough to put on a few pounds. But this is
beer.
something that I have been seeing on the net and going, holy crap, this thing looks fantastic. So this is a new emulation system.
And this is made by not your standard company. This is something you can get at Toys R Us, I know. And I think I've seen it at Walgreens.
So
And I've almost bought it like several times.
I haven't seen it locally, actually. So I'm going to start looking around more for this thing.
Yeah, it's-
I saw it on some
Neat little guy.
British company some British blogger or something did a review of it. And I thought, oh, that is really freaking a brilliant idea. So this particular one is a 240 games in one emulator, and it's designed to look like a full-size arcade machine.
Oh, it's
I was just
cute.
reading about that today. It's funny.
Yeah, so
It's adorable.
it really is adorable. It's the Cyber Arcade 240. It's got a 2.5-inch LCD screen built into it. A full set of controls on the top here.
Yeah.
So it's a half inch bigger than what you're used to, Tom, huh?
About
that.
You know what I really hate? Things that take screwdrivers. We got a small screwdriver. Phillips.
yeah, actually.
No, I only have a large one.
Like, are you talking about eyeglass
Compensating.
screwdriver small, or?
Eyeglass screwdriver small, yeah. So the reviews on it have actually been pretty good. So we started talking about the Woody, where now they've put different packs on different systems. Hey, I didn't call the Woody the Woody.
I know.
Somebody else named
I
that
only
thing.
posted it because it was called
Because the name was called Woody. Somebody else put the name on that thing. I kind of find this is an interesting trend. So AT Games, on their systems, on the Intel one that they make, on the Genesis one they make, on the so they make the Intellivision,
The ColecoVision.
ColecoVision, and the Genesis. They only put a certain number of games on it, and that's it. There's no way to expand those systems. Now, AT actually makes a few systems that are a little bit more shady. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But the ones you normally see like at the Walgreens and so on, it's 30 games and that's it.
And that's one of my biggest problems with clones. It's like, oh, I have to have another piece of hardware to play games that can't play anything else. It's just
Right.
these single games.
So I gotta say, the build quality on this is actually a little light. Check that out. I'm not thrilled with the overall build quality. Does not feel. Now they said the controllers.
Looks like a calculator.
Yeah, They said the controls were really good.
Really?
The guy who did the review. They
There's
feel
a positive
okay.
click. For
Yeah,
a
there's
tiny
a
little
click.
guy.
But the plastic on the case itself feels a little bit on the light side.
The joystick pushes down a little, which I think is a little weird.
So what is the company here?
It's like
Lexabrook
a push down.
is the company.
Who the hell's Lexabook?
Lexabook. I'm sorry, Lexabook.
Are they trying to like
240 games, arcade, puzzle, sports,
Do you think it's meant to do that?
2.5 LCD,
Almost like a button?
Ecran color.
say? Oh,
Color
it's like
screen.
a button.
Color
Maybe it's a
screen.
menu
Thank
button?
you.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's see.
Which would be a
All the great video
Yeah,
games,
right.
classic in one console, 240 games, sports, shooting, puzzle, and arcade, etc. 2.5-inch color LCD screen, completely portable. So there is no video out on this, actually. We
So
talked
this is a
about that.
Famiclone. Yeah, we were hoping there was.
I don't think this is a Famiclone. I think these are actual arcade ROMs. Let's just take a look and see what we have on here. So I'm going to go ahead and boot this little puppy up and see what we actually have. And we'll turn that on. Ooh.
Oh.
Nice boot
elevator
time.
music.
Damn, but the screen is really good.
Yeah, that's a crisp, crisp little screen.
That
Holy
2.5
crap.
is amazing. I'm going to go bring that up to the camera. You guys got to see this. For a 2.5,
Damn.
Yeah.
I got to say, this screen is amazing.
You know,
256 by 240. That's pretty good.
that's
for being
really good
so
for
tiny.
2.5. I mean, no, the quality of this screen.
Lenovo makes worse screens. I have
I'm
witnessed
gonna say
it.
you're right. I gotta say
That music, I feel like I'm in a doctor's office.
yeah, you're right. It is elevator.
We're on an elevator.
All right, well,
yeah, on an elevator. Yeah.
Let's use the joystick and select our case. Very responsive. Let's see. Ooh, you know these look like they may be Java games, kids.
Oh no,
Oh yeah.
not Java games.
This is not looking good. Wow, these really look like Java games. This looks like it might suck.
Shit went downhill after that.
It did. We booted up and
You should pick one.
not until I find a game. I'm looking for something with a name that I recognize. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you kids. This is not looking good.
Are you saying kids because you're so old and everyone else must be younger
Yes, yes.
I mean, he's not wrong necessarily.
Cute fish, diamond, plush,
than you? Oh, you said cute fish diamond. And I was like, what the hell is that?
maze trooper,
Maze
penguin.
Trooper.
Yeah, this looks pretty bad actually. I'm not gonna lie. That's terribly disappointing if that is the case.
Oh, it's got like little start buttons and select buttons on it.
Yeah, it does. But it's looking terribly much like they are Java games. Let's try shooting and see if there's anything in there that is even Okay, interestingly enough, I go to shooting games and Galaga comes up.
Ooh, I like Galaga.
Let me see if there's any.
It said there are 240 games. It didn't say there are 240 recognizable games.
That's true. Brick put.
Yeah, I got it. This is not.
There are
Space War,
239
now this-
unrecognizable.
Karate
and
guy.
Oddly enough,
unrecognizable.
under shooting games might be the games that are actually real games. But I'm thinking these are a lot of Java games, guys. All right, let's try Space War and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm thinking these are Java games.
Looks like a Java game.
It looks like a Java game. I'm betting
Yeah,
this
that's
is
really
240 Java games. Beautiful screen, cool little system. Java games. Oh, Java games.
Well, they had to do something with all those games.
Yeah, that is terribly disappointing, though.
Yeah, that's true.
For those of you who do not know what we're talking about with Java games, they generally suck.
You know, I got a bunch of shit for saying that those Java games sucked. Back in the
Wait a minute,
phone
one more
days.
time. Java games suck.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, you guys. Java games suck.
They do. Java games suck. I'm sorry. They're rough.
Yeah, so these are.
I'm gonna play Brick Breaker on my
This-
Motorola
honestly,
Razr
these do
phone.
look like somebody took a whole bunch of phone games.
Somebody's
and
gonna go
sucked them
like,
in.
"Hey, Minecraft."
So, I am gonna.
I don't play it.
I like
Bonus
it.
points, the controller's good. Actually, the joystick, like you said, positive click actually
Yeah.
feels really good.
Like
the
positive
buttons
click.
feel real good. Really? You couldn't have fucking put some decent games on it?
Ghost Palace.
I'm
Final Fighter.
terribly,
Aerial
terribly
Hero.
disappointed in the games.
All those
Close
sound wonderful.
Quarters. Enchanter. Defensive. That's just a word, guys. You're not even fucking trying.
Chair.
Chair.
Dragon
Chair.
Den. That's a location.
Ottoman.
What are you doing? Fuck.
You know, I'll have to find out if this thing's hackable because it'd be really nice to actually put some real games on it.
Like Doom.
Ooh,
Harvest
sports.
the screen in the case.
Yeah, no, serious. I'm betting I
You
can.
bet you could.
Yeah,
I'll bet I
it's funny
can.
because
Raspberry Pi.
All right, wait a minute. All right, Alexa Brook, hacking Alexa Brook, what do they call it? Alexa Brook
Cyber Arcade.
All right, let's see. I'm betting there's already hacks out
Worldwide
for it.
top score, football training. I'm
Alexa
sorry.
Brook, Cyber
I
Arcade
misread a
hacking.
6. 6-A-side football.
Oh my.
What?
6A side football. That
Goals.
means we didn't have enough processor power to.
Yeah, like I said, I will. I'll have to
Beat brick. Beat brick.
Yes!
It's there.
I knew it!
See, now I'm gonna play beat brick.
Yeah, Again,
No.
yeah, it really is. There's a bunch of phone games built on here. That being said, the screen quality is really gorgeous.
It is.
It's actually just like a circa 2004 phone in there.
Yeah, exactly. No, wait a minute. It's a oh god, not
BlackBerry?
No, the Taco Talking. Nokia.
Oh, Engage.
N-Gage. They fucking stuck an N-Gage in here.
Minus the licensed games.
Right, these are all N-Gage games. Yeah, without the
So
license.
Travis is gonna love this.
You remember how the N-Gage was terrible, guys?
Except, hey,
No, it
hey,
wasn't. It was great.
You
Just
can only
the
say
game
that because Travis isn't here.
Well, no. Travis actually talks pretty consistently about how the N-Gage was terrible and disappointing.
sucked. Dude, Sonic
No,
Talking
no,
about
no.
that.
He talks about how it's disappointing.
Again, I gotta say the
It
construction.
was a fine phone, though.
The
Good job,
construction is
Nokia.
really good. If it had a couple decent games on it, it'd probably be a really nice system.
It's cute, though.
Cute as a button.
Still say we bring it to MGC.
Oh, we will. It's just sucky games. I mean, I gotta say, the screen quality is amazing.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's actually fairly
The
good.
music's really weird. I feel like I'm
That's-
on hold.
That threw me off so much when I started. I was like,
Right now, you're on hold for like AT&T.
Right, and it's like it's playing the weirdest, easy, smooth
Like
jazz
I said, I
for
gotta
no
see if
reason.
somebody's got a hack for this. 'Cause
It's like
we
it's
picked this music to calm you, but really it just infuriates you further.
right. It's lulling you into a false sense of security.
It does, too,
before
because
it
it's like
takes
on an
advantage
endless
of
loop,
you.
so you don't know how many
yeah,
times it's
if
repeated.
this had, like I said, just a few decent games, it would be a great system. All right, so well, that is this thing. But that goes back down to there's a lot of this kind of stuff coming out right now.
Oh, yeah. It's.
The Woody is how old now? That's pretty new.
Oh, no, it's a couple years.
Is
I
that
think,
2 years
yeah,
already?
I think it's a couple years.
All right.
At least the original Woody. I don't know how new the new
So-
one is, but.
I want to talk about what started this whole thing. Atari actually started this whole thing,
With the exception of Famiclones. Yeah.
with the exception of Famiclones. We'll talk about
Like
those because that's a
mainstream.
whole
Oh,
nother.
I'm so interrupting. There's a game on here. The name China Corpse.
Yes!
What? Like corpse?
China Corpse.
Not corpse.
No, like
Corpse.
like
As
corpse,
in a
like a
dead
body.
freaking
Yeah,
body.
that's what I thought.
Wow.
China Corpse.
That has to be a typo.
That's
You think?
CORPSE.
Yes, like a dead body.
What's the typo? Corpse or China?
No, it was just about
It's,
by some like survival crazy guy who's like, America, everything.
Well, either that or just like a really fucking racist person.
Okay, all right. So, but
Right.
let's get back to. You're right. There have been clones for a long time, but let's go with what really started the mainstream one was Atari as a company started
Oh my God,
licensing
Plants vs. Zombies.
the right to produce their clones of their original 2600s. They were called the Flashback series, and they were really pretty darn well done. The Flashback 1 kind of looked like a 5200, had like the 5200 style controllers, and had a mix of 2600.
You meant 7800, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, 7800, and had a mix of 7800 and 2600 games on it, and really wasn't overly bad. The build quality was not great, and the game selection could have probably been better. And then they came out the Flashback 2, and the Flashback 2, they freaking hit it on the head. They made it look like the original Woody, which was brilliant, it's an iconic looking system. So everybody looked at it and goes, hey, I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Which was a big difference.
It looks like a like a bread holder for
Right?
flatbread.
And then did the one thing that was really cool. They, unlike on the one that was the 7800 clone, they made the controllers exactly like the original controllers. A little bit better build.
They work.
Yeah, a little
Right.
bit better build quality. They actually used a better plastic in them. But they literally, that's the exact same physical size.
Scheme is
and
ass.
the exact same play as the original one. And this is what made this system popular. The controls were the same. So the experience was just like playing it on your original 2600. This one being the one that they also got right from the standpoint, this is actually the Atari 2600 on a single chip. They took the original hardware and put it on a single chip. Not very hard to do anyways, because there's no
That's
RAM.
Galaga.
It's
Right.
just a processor, and everything was on ROM, so it was easy enough to make a single chip version of it. The engineers on this did some amazing things that I don't know if they were really paid to do, but did probably out of the love of the system. This is actually completely hackable. You can open this up and turn it into a real 2600.
Yeah, you can pin it up.
Yeah, and the pins are marked. They literally marked every pin on here. Cartridge pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. So you can put a cartridge port on here. They literally labeled everything on the motherboard. Not like that single chip that was nothing.
Right.
Everything is labeled. I mean, this is an engineer's project. Some guy did
Somebody
this.
loved the thing. Yeah.
Somebody loved the 2600.
I like it when you can tell that a device is newer.
And this was the case with the flashback too. Not so much with any of them afterwards. Whoever did this one did a great job. Not knocking the other flashbacks because they changed the types of games on them. They
They didn't
put
do
more
as good
games
of a
on
job.
them.
The
I
controllers
agree.
weren't as good.
Then they came up with that remote control version where they used the IR, and it was like,
I had that one too
yeah,
for a while.
why do that? Because IR never freaking works.
IR baboon.
Yeah, thank you. For controllers,
IR
this
baboon.
one
I
used
need
wire
something.
controls. Hey, and
I
guess
am
what?
Weasel.
This controller will
I
work
am
with
Weasel.
your original 2600, and original 2600 controllers will work with this. The pinout is the same. It literally is a 2600 on there.
A much better machine
So,
than the other.
If you're looking for an Atari plug and play, look for the flashback too. Fair warning, you're going to pay more because people know all the information we just spewed out there, and they're kind of collectibles now.
You can catch it in Goodwill. I just picked one up for like $5-10.
Right, but look on the bottom. It clearly says flashback 2
Yep.
on the bottom. That's the one you want if you're going to buy one of these.
But they're nice. I mean, you can get a great deal on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really are good. So, we've seen a lot of other ones come out.
I'm gonna pull out my Beast.
Okay, what beast do you have?
My plug and play Beast.
Ooh.
This is the Genesis Arcade Master. All right, so number one, I did a full review on this. Sucker's like an hour long. It has 30 built-in games, but it addresses one of the shortcomings of plug and plays.
It says 26.
It has 26 MF games. Actually, mine has about 32 because it has the ability to read ROMs
Ooh.
off of SD.
Look at that, right? Oh, that is sweet.
So
So who made this one?
this is an At Games product.
It is 18.
And it does not feel like an At Games product, only in the buttons. But everything else, the joystick's really good, and the games, the game selection is quite good. It's
So
got
where'd you
Alex
find this
in
one
it.
at?
This one I got off of Amazon.
Oh, I gotta ask, what they
Power
get you for?
Supply. It was 36, I think,
Oh,
37.
that's a deal.
Tom is about
Next to the
have
Nintendo,
one.
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I always
you
think
know
this is
I'm
the
ordering
high
it
end
now.
of clones, but if you look at the thing, it's beautiful. It is really, as far as clones go, it is beautiful.
That's a
It
good
does.
I
looking
agree.
clone.
I agree. That is a nice looking system.
Now it runs. It's got Virtua Fighter 3 on it.
Oh,
built
really?
in. It does not, however, run 32X games. I checked. I tried it.
There's a lot of good games on there.
That's a shame.
There's a
But
lot of
it
good
doesn't
games.
matter because you can load whatever the hell you want onto an SD card. So I got Gunstar Heroes on it.
That's a really good
Which
line.
runs
to
really
start-
well.
But then a good line to
Streets
start
of
with.
Rage. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was a good. They did a really good job on this, I think.
Vector
as far
Man,
as
that's
the
a
only
classic.
the only
I
problem is
know.
if you feel these buttons, they don't feel like they're gonna break. They're not
Man.
cheap, but they're not at the quality of the joystick itself.
Yeah, they're just a little too.
Just a
There's
little
not
off.
enough oomph in them.
Yeah, but the joystick itself, downright excellent.
Ooh, I can hear it from here.
Yeah, it's really quite good,
Oh,
and it plays
That feels
well.
really solid too.
The whole thing all together plays well. I mean, it just plays games really well. The sound emulation is.
And that's
Yeah.
always, but that's always the
Genesis.
problem with Genesis.
Yeah.
For some reason, Genesis sound emulation never seems to work correctly. That's an interesting choice for a power cord.
I know it comes out of the pigtail, which is a little weird.
I found that a bit strange, but
Don't know what they were doing.
that does have a nice feel.
It does.
I'm
Yeah,
betting there's
nice.
hacks for replacing these buttons.
Yeah, I already thought maybe I should put color buttons on them.
I gotta say, the build quality is pretty darn good.
I was thinking 6
metal,
halves.
metal bottom.
Damn.
So
I'm absolutely sure I'm going to put 6 halves in there, multicolor.
that'd be freaking awesome. You put halves in this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
It has to.
No,
It has
this
to
is
have 'em.
How long ago
really.
did you pick that up?
Just recently.
This
like,
is
last
really
couple
nice. I gotta say, I mean, the build quality is really good.
Do you know when it was released?
Damn.
Yeah, I
weeks.
know.
Years ago.
That is heavy.
2010.
Okay.
That's something I'm gonna start
Somebody
looking
commented
for.
on Facebook that they got theirs in 2010. Not Facebook, YouTube. They got theirs in like 2010 for their brother or something.
No, I,
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, if there's, like, for a console I really like...
But
like,
that is a stand-in, cheap-ass console replacement. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
no, I
really
mean-
quite good. Yeah, you can get a Genesis for a little bit less than this. But it won't have the games built in. It won't have the arcade joystick. Yeah, Genesis is...
And it won't have this.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you,
well,
exactly.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
So,
Genesis is a little wonky, too.
what are the Genesis files called again? I forget the extension, but it plays the straight ones?
No, you gotta change it to a bin
Okay.
from an MD.
Okay.
But you can just rename them.
Yeah,
It
and it
doesn't
doesn't-
have to be a different
it
Because
name.
it
care.
doesn't care. Because
Right.
it's the same file. It's just a different name.
Extension, right.
I'd heard rumors that it would run SNES games because Firecore is like it can like it has
Damn,
like
nice
plugins.
build quality for that
But
price.
no, it doesn't have those
Yes.
plugins. I
What was
tested that.
what was the original price on this one? Do you know?
I have no idea. What
I'm gonna bet it was
I-
pricier.
I'm thinking it was like 50.
Yeah, I'm
30.
gonna bet it was higher up.
I paid 36.
You got a great deal.
36, 37 delivered.
Yeah.
Because you know.
I don't know,
It's-
what
buttons
to say,
are a
like,
little mushy.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
I
There's
said the
not
same
enough
thing,
oomph
yeah.
there.
Yeah, again, you put
But
they look
those
standard.
holes
You
will
really
fit
gotta
real
mash it.
arcade
Yeah.
buttons.
Exactly.
I mean, you
feels
really
like
gotta
almost
mash
like
it
it
to
won't
get a
be-
sound
It
out
would
of
be
it.
again if they
It works good.
I'm betting it'd
but
be easy enough to
I-
put half
What
ones
I
on.
do is I do a hover, like I'm halfway down.
Yeah.
Is
Because when I play like arcade
I have
games,
years
I
of
have
compensating
pressure there,
crappy controls.
so I can just quickly
Right,
hit it.
right, you're
And
hovering too,
I
yeah.
feel like if I'm doing that, like the pressure that I already have there ready
Might
to go,
set it, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and like you can't.
I hover. I'm at like the halfway point
Yeah.
usually on it.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually,
I'm
click.
playing-
Wait. Do that again.
No, it has positive click.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So
Well,
that,
they're- I don't think they're gonna wear out.
it takes
But-
no motion to get that click in too. It's it's literally
It's pretty good.
I gotta say the build quality of that looks pretty damn fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because usually what I'm saying is my hand is kind of heavy there, and
Yeah.
I think I'd end up hitting buttons.
Yeah, you'd probably need better quality buttons that are a
Yeah.
little more resistive.
Yeah. Very nice.
I
Very
like
nice.
it. I think it's quite nice.
Yeah. I'm impressed actually. I'm gonna.
It's a well done. It's a well
I'm
done
gonna be looking
device.
for one
You know,
of
the
those
more
in
I
not too
press them, the
distant
more I like
future.
I snapped.
I
learned about it, and then like
I'm gonna pick one of
couple
those
months
up.
later, I
I'm
just
sorry. I'm
snapped.
gonna pick one of those up.
You say that until you get a nice button where it's like. So
I've
Yeah,
used
they're
that
okay.
button before.
I like concave, not convex. But I
Yeah,
agree
that's a
there
better
too.
feel
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
The
like-
convex is.
Wait, I like concave buttons, not convex. But yeah, it is a personal preference. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, I couldn't use your glasses.
These are special glasses, Tyler.
They are.
I just really enjoy the way that it pushes me away. So it makes me want them more.
He sounds like the nerd godfather. That just
Wait, I've got the Nerd Godfather.
the nerd father.
I just really want everyone to come into my family and play Little Sega. Maybe we could play some Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
We really get to know each other.
Before we go into the final topic,
And I'm gonna put a bullet in your brain.
before we go into the final topic,
Kill
Yeah.
boss in
we
your
should probably make a
office.
big announcement.
I think it is time for the big announcement. Huh?
All right,
announcement.
No, I think it's yours.
All right. So, Guys Games and Beer is going to have a bit of a giveaway. We've done giveaways in the past. We give giveaways away all the time on our things. We've got 3 pairs of tickets to Wizard World Chicago, valued at $200 a pair, that we are going to be giving away. On
So
our-
you're getting a pair. So you and a friend Or a girlfriend.
And
or a
for
wife.
what days?
Oh, I will have to. You know something? I probably should have looked up the
You
days before I
probably
did.
should.
Chicken
Look
told me it
that
was a
up.
weekend pass.
It is a weekend pass. No, it's a
Well,
weekend pass.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying
Oh.
for their value being at.
Oh yeah, no, it's a weekend
$200
pass. Thank you. It's a
there.
weekend pass. Yes.
So,
but it's
weekend
like in end of August, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute.
Wizard World Chicago.
Yeah.
It's the same weekend as Gen Con,
Wizard World Chicago.
They always do that.
so it's in a week.
All right.
I mean, I love Wizard World.
Their schedule could be better.
Their timing
Wizard
could be
World
better,
Chicago.
Fools.
Oh, wait a minute. What the heck is this? Chicago Wizard World. Here we go. So it's a Comic Con. For those of you who don't know what Wizard World does, they put on some amazing Comic Cons.
They really do.
There will be some
I went a
fairly
few years
large
ago.
stars there.
Terry
Let's see.
Fisher.
It is going to be August 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. This is a pass for all of
It's not
that.
Gen Con weekend.
Right, so it's not Gen
God,
Con
man.
weekend.
Oh, well,
Thursday,
forget.
Friday, Saturday,
Well, screw
Sunday.
that. It's a couple weeks away.
They don't know
So
that,
yeah,
You got
so
time.
we're going to be giving
I'll
these
still be
away over the next few weeks. There will be announcements on how to win these, but we'll give you the general rundown. What you're going to do is you can win a set on Facebook if you want. If you're a Facebook follower, you'll be able to win a set on Twitter if you want, and we'll be giving away one set to people who just
Question. What if I just beat you and take them for myself?
no. If you are, how's that always go? If you're work for whatever the you can't get it, so you have to actually.
Yeah, if
be-
you work for the podcast.
right, if you work for the podcast, you don't.
That's
get
why I
set.
said beat you.
No. But so we've got 3 sets of tickets. We're going to be giving away.
That was implied.
The general contest is going to be like and share type deal. If you we will put the details up on each section, but basically we'll have you send us a screenshot of you liking and sharing a tweet or a post on Facebook. And at the end of we'll probably give these out. I'm thinking 1 week before Wizard World. So that'll be
So
like,
keep your calendars clear.
right, that will be the August before that. We'll be giving away 3 sets of tickets one night. We'll also pick one set of random people who just tell us, hey, you want Wizard World tickets, and write to us at, Rob?
You can write to us at wizard@guysgamesandbeer.net. So tell us why you want the tickets, and please insult us. You
Right.
have to insult
You
us.
have to insult
So
us.
we'll be giving away one set of tickets that way as well. So one on Facebook, one on Twitter, one for people who write us and say, hey, this is why I get those tickets, and insult us evidently.
Yeah, you
Because that's
have
the
to
way the
insult
world
And
works.
it is at...
If you're nice, you get nothing.
Yes, it is at wizard@guysgamesandbeer.net.
We'll be
Wizard.
putting
And-
up lots more information on our Facebook page and on our Twitter account.
Yes, and on Twitter right now, if you are watching right now, which you're not,
You're not.
it's an unusually quiet night.
It is a quiet
on
night
Twitter
tonight.
for us.
Yeah, I'm meant to
You
check out
will
today.
see the email address on the screen and how to do it. Again, go on Facebook, go on Twitter.
Right.
Either retweet.
Yeah, you have to like and share or like and retweet.
Right.
So these are going to be the rules of the game.
And number 3
we
is
want a
just
picture of it.
insult us really well.
Right. And we
And
have to
send
like
that to
Be
us.
creative.
Yeah, because you know
for
something.
God's
yeah,
sakes.
yeah. Just telling us we suck. We know we suck. That's not
Each
very
other.
creative.
If we wanted to hear that, we'd talk to our moms. God.
I had a guy on like here. This is where we totally go off topic. I had a guy on YouTube. I don't get a lot of bad comments on my YouTube because I
He
try to
deletes
keep
them.
it positive.
He's obsessive.
No, I had to because people get crazy, but they do on YouTube. But the guy called me he called me a turkey humping motherfucker, and
wow, you know something? I think I might.
Was
steal-
it Thanksgiving?
I'm lying, guys. I may
No,
steal these
it
tickets for myself. I'm just
what
looking
the
at the
fuck?
star line up there. Screw you guys. I think I'll just keep these for myself.
Take
I
it
heard
with you.
we did.
Carrie Fisher.
I
holy
know,
shit.
I know. So no, I'm sorry, guys.
Matt.
You know, wait a minute.
Matt.
Screw you guys. I think I'm keeping these tickets for
Ooh,
myself.
Daredevil
you-
star.
I know.
Matt, distract him. I'll hit him in the head. We just hit them.
You were in my rant, but
Tom, I'm
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
diversion.
I'm sorry.
we were invited.
Continue to rant.
I think we were invited to it to show up.
This one? We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, we may still go to it. We'll see.
you could maybe we're hashing it out. You might be able to visit Guys Games and Beer there.
Plus,
Right.
there's a lot of good shit there, so even if we're not there, just go.
Yeah, it's a little guy. Or try to win the tickets from us.
We have
Yeah.
love and ties to the guys at Wizard World.
Yes,
so-
we do. We do. Yes, we have a lot of love and ties with them. So.
Yeah, they put up with us. So.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
No one does.
All right. So what's
That's
the last
all we
topic,
can hope
Rob?
for.
Last topic is, did we ever answer our question? Is our clones worth it?
I don't think we actually said
Let-
that.
Well, we didn't ask
I
the
mean-
question. Is that the third topic?
I think
Maybe
that, no,
it is.
second topic. Second topic.
Ah.
I mean, so you found one that you like. I found one that I think sucks. And, you know, and it doesn't suck. Again,
Tom, it sucks.
I don't like Java games.
It's because they suck.
I think they could have done a much better job on that without using Java games.
I'm thinking if you can, just literally like what I said, remove
I'm
everything in
gonna
there
bet
from
you-
the screen.
I'm gonna bet
throw
you-
a Raspberry Pi or something.
No,
in there.
I'm gonna bet you
Boom.
somebody's already done something like that. You're right.
Yeah.
Because the build quality is so good.
Yeah. The one complaint I have is the screen's not tilted. Because you think about that.
It doesn't have to be. Look at that. If you set it down,
Yeah, I feel like
that screen is amazingly
I
clear.
here.
It's a good screen.
I prefer
Oh, wait,
here.
just put these on top.
I prefer
No, I honestly, I think the screen quality and the build quality is beautiful. I thought this thing actually came with real arcade games,
Oh, well.
and it could just be this version of it. They do make multiple versions of this thing.
Yeah.
There-
This could be the shitty one.
Yeah, exactly, the one that was
Or the good one. Imagine that.
Stranger Things.
Screw it. I'm doing a summary. I really, I think what it is anything that gets you gaming is okay. I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't thumb my nose at a game somebody likes, enjoys, and plays a lot. I
to their face.
I'm not. Yeah. No. No. Really though. I
Or on
really
the air.
don't. I think if you enjoy something, damn it, go do it. That
Chase your
Life is
bliss,
too-
damn it.
life is too short to be an elitist jagbag. But if you like being an elitist jagbag,
Go with it.
life's too short not
Embrace
to be
it.
an elitist jagbag. Go embrace it. I
True
just think
neoliberalism
enjoy
right
your
there.
damn gaming. That's all I'm saying. Just enjoy it. Don't shit on everybody else's gaming.
Well, and that's the problem, people do.
Yeah.
Even in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Chase your bliss, dog.
Damn
Just
right.
chase it.
Chase it. All right, so its favorite
He won.
clone system.
Let me start that out. So, I have a real. We just talked about hacking this. I have a kind of something I like with clone systems. I like ones that you can hack. So, as you all know, I'm a big Commodore fan, and this came out 2010,
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
about 6 years ago, 2010. I want to say that was the year.
It says on the bottom.
Does it actually?
Yeah, I think so because I had to look it up once.
Do you need a hand?
Oh,
It's
I'm
here.
old, but what do you? I don't see a date on the bottom. Do you?
Well,
Here, you
I
take
got
over.
glare.
So, it was the Commodore 64 built into a single joystick, and this was built by, I want to say the engineer's name, her name is Jerry Ellsworth.
Holy
She-
shit.
she-
2004, folks.
Oh,
this
even older
is
than I thought.
12 years old.
Right, even older than I thought. So it was a female engineer called Jerry Ellsworth who basically reverse engineered the Commodore 64. She didn't copy any of the original chip design. She just kind of figured out how it went. And then she started a company, and they sold these on QVC.
I love engineers.
And they sold like hotcakes. I mean, they just sold out of them again and again and again. It came with a set of preloaded Commodore 64 games, some of the more popular ones. Uridium, sort of Fargle, a lot of the
Great
classics. Yeah, they picked some good. They had some crappy ones as well, though. But they put a few really good ones on here, and that helped a lot. But here's the thing about this thing. This thing is a real collectible piece because she, like on the Flashback 2, was an engineer. And they were really doing it for the love of the engineering. So you literally can turn this thing into a full Commodore 64. You can add full keyboard to it. You can add a disk drive interface to it. You can...
Knock some holes.
Yeah. I've seen this one guy did a great job where it still was handheld and had all the ports on it for all the 64 stuff. Nice. It's amazing. And I've seen people put the SD, you can put an SD on it and play everything. So, and you know, again, they were thinking about that because if you do what's called a stick waggle while the system's starting up, it actually boots into the original Commodore 64 mode. And you can actually start typing in commands and so on right away with an on-screen keyboard they built into it. And they only built the only reason you'd put the on-screen keyboard in there would be because you know that it's going to be hacked up. Really an amazing piece of plug-and-play technology. It was fairly expensive when it came out. I want to say it was a $40.
Yeah.
When it came out, $39 something under that on QVC.
I saw it's sad because they were cleared out on Toys R Us, like for nothing.
Yeah, and again, now if you try to buy them, $100.
QVC sold a lot of them though.
They did. QVC sold bitch loads of these things.
Now,
Did we do a special on that?
We actually talked about this one, yeah.
does this, since it was reverse engineered from the original Commodore 64, does this have a reverse engineered version of the insane audio DAC that came in the original
Yeah,
C64?
it does. It has the SID chips built into it.
So it sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's got
For
it's
a
got
hardware
full
clone.
it's got full SID chips in it. She reverse engineered
That
the SID chips.
Is fucking awesome.
So, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, when it comes to what's called chip music, one of the most popular things to do chip music on, besides using the original NES music set, is what's called a SID chip, and that was a sound interface device on the Commodore 64. It had, for its time, some of the most amazing sound capabilities.
Was far and above anything that was available at the time.
Yeah, because what happened was Commodore was, I mean, they kind of didn't really know what they were doing a little bit when they were getting this product ready to market and designing the hardware for it. So they talked to one of their engineers who was a sound guy and said, hey, get a sound chip design for this. So he was like, yeah, okay. And he built the most fucking amazing sound chip that he possibly could.
Well,
they put it in the C64.
They were building an arcade. They were building an arcade system.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
Commodore
and
64.
so good that to this day there are companies that recreate SID chips for chip music makers. You can buy it's basically a specialty chip, but it's a recreation of the SID chip on a smaller
pin
chip.
for pin too.
Pin for
Yeah.
pin.
Because you can modify them, and if you can't get a real SID chip, because a lot of Commodore 64
Dead
SID
SID
chips,
chips. Dead SID chips.
Yeah.
have
I
been
mean-
scrapped, you could just get like this fake one, an adapter, and plug it right into your Commodore
Yeah.
64.
Yeah, I mean, at this
can
point
do
in
that
time,
by
Commodore was just richer than God, and they basically just threw money at the project because they could. So this guy was like, I need a lot of money for R&D. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And he did this.
And he produced, but
They
the
own
but
this
it paid off.
maker, I
But it
mean,
paid
Yeah,
off.
one
Right.
of the best audio chips ever produced on a device.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's especially for the time, it's
And again,
freaking amazing.
so yeah, the beauty of it is they did recreate that chip. in here
It
as
is
well.
awesome.
I know. So literally, one more little weird fact: Radio Shack produced a 4x4 off-road Hummer game with a steering wheel and stuff. Even rarer than this, that has Jerry's board in it, and basically, again, it's a full C64 on a single on a single board, not a single chip, but a single board. This 4x4 off-road Hummer game can be turned into a full Commodore 64 as well. I actually have one of those, but I'm not going to take it apart because it's freaking rare as fuck.
So
Right.
you think there's no true girl
No one
girl
buys anything
gamers?
from Radio
Oh,
Shack.
Build your own damn Commodore 64.
And none of that, but
Yeah.
if you haven't seen pictures of her, whoo, man, she's hot. Damn. Not only in
All right.
Not-
To Google I go.
not only a brilliant engineer, but oh my god,
You fapped to that, haven't you?
I have.
This
I'm
is.
sorry, I have.
By the way, I'm
wait,
sorry
no,
for
wait.
the inappropriate section of the podcast. Well,
Her-
that's all.
Not only
Her-
is she a
her
human
play-
being, but
her-
damn.
Her playing her 64 guitar. She took a C64 and turned it into
Oh
a guitar.
yeah,
That's
yeah, she used to do
awesome.
that,
Okay.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So wait, she's an engineer. She plays guitar. Made a C64 into a guitar, and it's hot. Oh wow, jeez. Just saying. All right,
Amazing.
amazing. All right, how about you, Rob? What's your favorite?
You know, I had a hard time coming up with an absolute favorite because I love all my children. But I'm going to go with
And he loves clones too.
Oh, I know which one you're gonna go with.
Yep.
Good call.
the FC Mobile 88.
Damn yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you that the
Oh,
FC
God.
Mobile 88
Not the snap.
is everything that's wrong with clones.
Good start.
Smell it. You now have cancer. Okay. It's made out of radioactive Chernobyl plastic. It is.
Yes, good
It
Famicom
features-
clone.
It features. Hey, yeah, Sony had a great idea with that gamepad. And then let's make it worse.
And also, let's put it on there twice.
Let's put four buttons on when the NES only has 2 buttons. But I gotta tell you, this little bastard has it where it counts. It runs multi-carts. It runs original Famicom,
All the
Famicom carts. Plus, you can plug it into your TV. And I gotta say, I've got a lot of hours on this little guy, and though it is a cancerous lech, it has taken beatings that normal handhelds. You wouldn't put a DS through what I put this little bastard through, and
An anus.
it just feels cheap as shit.
Talk about the screen though again, because that's
Yeah.
another 2.5-inch screen that is really amazing.
Yeah, it actually has a really good little screen on it. It's
I remember
not.
the first time I saw that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I mean considering the size, it's a 2.5 again, but
Mother-
you can actually read everything,
Pokemon action.
see
Pocket
everything.
monster.
It also has. How many is that? 88
Built
built-in
in.
horrendous games.
When Pikachu was
Okay,
chubby.
so remember what we were talking about with Java games?
Oh, horrendous.
Java games built into that,
Famicom
too.
games.
Oh my
Java-
god.
They were.
There are some
Famicom.
Famiclones in that one.
Yeah.
Mine has some Java ones in it too.
Yeah, I think that one does too. I think it
Yeah.
has the Flappy Bird. No, the what is it? Angry Birds.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, again, this is an emulated system, but it's beautifully emulated.
Yeah, it does a really good job. It's not. It's not real hard to emulate
it's
Nintendo
no,
properly.
but it's really
people
good.
do get it wrong.
Yeah, they do, and this one's a good one.
Yeah, and this one actually does not get it wrong, and it's a fun game to play. I love like going somewhere with it, and then like some kids pulling out their like DS or they're pulling out their Vita, which is life, by the way, and you pull out this just horrid piece of plastic. It's just the best feeling ever. Smug giddiness with my piece of shit.
Hey,
Really,
that
what
is a
it
good one to have smug getting.
But I love the thing, and the battery life's fabulous. I mean, I don't think I've changed the batteries, and I play it a lot.
And that's another good point. Yeah, it uses what AAA's in that one, and they last for freaking ever.
Yeah, forever. Which is good, because the door is a bitch to get on and off. So. But yeah, I love that thing. Great Famicom.
All right. How about you?
Well, I don't own any clone systems. I never have. Not because like I don't want them or have no interest in them. It's just I forget about them and that they exist. But I do really enjoy emulation on other platforms. And probably my favorite emulator, the one that I've used the most all time, is EPSXE. Because, and that, if you don't know what that is a PSX, original PlayStation emulator, that came out on the PC, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago at this point.
More than a few.
It's been at least over a decade this emulator has been out and developing. They have it out on Android. You can put EPSXE on your phone and load your PlayStation games on there and play them with on-screen controls or with a controller.
It works really well on the Android too, may I add.
And I just have really fond memories of getting that emulator set up and literally popping my PlayStation games into my CD-ROM drive in my computer and playing my PlayStation on my computer because my PlayStation was broken or my brothers were using the PlayStation at the time or whatever reason. But it's just because the PlayStation was my first video game system and EPSXE was my favorite emulator because it was for my first video game system.
Aww.
So I've really enjoyed using that product. I still use it today. I mean, they're on version like 1.6 or something like that, and they haven't had to increment that version in like 5 years because they don't need to. But it's just a real overall really great emulator. You can play disk images that you download, which you shouldn't because that's illegal, or you can just
It's
pop
not
in.
illegal if you have it, and it's questionable in some cases.
Yeah, absolutely.
In some cases, it doesn't matter.
And the other great thing is if you have PlayStation games lying around, you just pop those fuckers right into your CD-ROM drive and start playing. Or take an image of that game that you own and play it off your hard drive. It's faster.
No, you see in that, but you're right. That's the cool thing about it. It could actually use the original black discs.
Yep.
It would if you had. Not all CD-ROM drives would read them though.
Right.
Depending on your CD-ROM drive.
If you had
some of them could.
If you had a DVD-ROM drive, you were fine
Right.
because the laser was tuned to be able to read something more sensitive.
Right.
Like that.
You
Right.
could totally use Bleem.
Bleem, when it worked, it worked. When it didn't, it sucked. So that was another PSX emulator. So
There were a lot of PSX emulators.
For
PSX,
Windows,
yeah.
Mac, and Dreamcast.
so
Bleedcast, it was called.
yeah. Tyler, how about you?
We lost him.
Well, I am thoroughly enjoying this. This actually, when Rob put this out before, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'd say that's definitely one of my favorites. Also,
It's a badass. I love
no,
it.
it's great. The controls on it are freaking amazing.
And actually, the controls, the layout could have been better,
It
but
gives
they
you cancer,
actually
though.
work
Wait.
better.
I mean, that's fine. I
I mean,
Wait.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I
it's
mean.
got the
'cause
right
overall,
one.
I
considering
smoked
it's
for a number of
handheld
years.
and
I don't think it'll make it that much worse.
It works really well. They're really responsive. But so again, same thing that I really don't have any. Just more so because I really haven't had to buy any or whatever.
I think
But
the screen's
Larry
giving me
has
eye
one
cancer.
that I like as well too that I don't remember Larry talking about was the one with the yellow joystick. His little one has.
Oh, the Pac-Man one.
Yes.
Right. That's the Namco one.
Oh,
Yeah, that one was really.
That one's a beautiful one, by
that
the way.
Yeah, the
I think,
joystick.
I think I got
super
an
good.
overflow.
Yeah, you
So-
do. You do.
I really like that one, and I just agree with Rob. That one is just freaking amazing.
I love that thing.
It's so good.
They really are.
Tom has one too.
Yeah, I do. I got one after he got one. I saw his. I was like, oh, I'm buying
How
one
much
of
did
those
you pay
fuckers.
for it?
They weren't that
Nothing.
expensive. They were like
I
30
know.
or 40 bucks.
Yeah.
I think I paid more for the cartridge than I did for the game.
Yeah. By the way, the cartridge, the Cool Boy cartridge now is like $15. You can get the pair. You
So
can
the
get
Cool Boy
150
cartridge
and one,
it comes out of
300
China.
one.
It is the best Famicom clone cartridge.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Worse than a real Famicom, by the way.
Right,
Wait.
and the titles
I had it
all
in there
and the
earlier.
titles all make sense. It's
Yeah.
not all these weird ass. What the hell is that game supposed to be? The titles are clear. There's not 1,000 versions of the same game. Each game is a separate game. Cool Boy is the Famicom clone cartridge to get.
And Cool Boy's only paying us $20.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to look like that?
Nah, the cartridge is loose and the battery's dying.
Right.
Okay.
But it does happen. All right.
Yeah.
So, Rob, I think
Maybe finally those batteries have died.
We've actually kind of been going for a while. We probably should wrap this
Yeah,
up.
we haven't done this in a while. Although, I think last week we had an hour.
Yeah, well, I wasn't here last week, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. If I'm not here, it doesn't count.
We drank
All right.
2 beers because of you.
So, one more time, let's talk about the contest we're doing.
All right, contest. Very soon, both on Twitter and our Facebook site, we are going to post a post. We're gonna post a post. We're gonna post
About some toast.
our giveaway for Wizard World's Chicago Comic Con. It's gonna be pretty awesome. I gotta say, it's got a lot of good people on it.
Oh yeah, they've got again. Looking at the lineup again, if you're a
Yeah.
Walking Dead
It-
fan, a Star Wars fan,
It's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good one. They got a solid lineup this time, I gotta say.
they do. Chicago, the Chicago show's a big show, so
Yeah, it's a good show. It's gonna be a good show. These tickets are worth
$200.
$200. So
A
you're gonna
pair.
get a pair of tickets if you win. So we're gonna post about this. You repost it and like it. Send us a screenshot either to our Facebook. You can send it right to us on Facebook, or you can send it to wizard@guysgamesandbeer.net. And we will be choosing a winner on...
What show?
What the heck was the date? What's the date of that show?
The show is the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, so it'll be the week before that. We'll give people a week's heads up on that.
Yeah, we'll put the date on the actual post.
Right, when the drawing date is. But you
Our
basically
preparation was short.
right. So you will.
Even though Wizard World warned us like 2 weeks
They
ago.
did.
were
I
gonna
know
give
they
it to
did.
us.
This will
So
be
it's
like
not
a
their
will
fault.
call situation. You don't have to have physical tickets. We'll just get your names. You'll have to show your IDs at the door, and they'll let you in.
Is that what the deal is now?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
we don't
we're
have to-
not
we
gonna
don't-
tell
we
them? So
don't
you
have
don't even have to give any actual personal information,
Exactly.
just your name.
We'll just need.
No, we need your social security number.
Your credit card number.
Yeah, and your
Blood
bank
sample.
and your bank routing number.
Yes.
So, all right, take us out.
Naked
Rob.
pictures of your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, you send that, you win.
And you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So remember, there are 3 ways in total to win.
Yes.
You retweet us,
Right.
send us a picture of
And
it.
you have to
Your
follow,
boob
follow
cancer.
and
Breast
retweet.
cancer.
Follow and retweet on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up and retweet, and send us a picture that you did it, or send a really good insult to us.
And a
at
good
Wizard
insult.
at
Not-
guysgamesandbeer.net. It can't be like
You
lame
suck
ass
poopy
insults.
balls.
Like
If it's a shitty insult, number one, we're not gonna read it because
It's a shitty insult.
fuck that.
Well, how are you gonna?
Number
know if it's chief
two,
if you don't
you're not
read
gonna
it?
win.
So make it a good insult.
yeah, and don't get too offended if we insult you back because we like to do that.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
fun.
We will,
Exactly.
and
It's just
we
good
will.
fun.
We will.
It's just good fun.
All right.
All
Take us out.
Thank you very much for watching this episode number 214.
Jesus
Oh my
fucking
God.
Christ.
Of
need to
Guys,
get lives
Games,
or
and
something.
Beer.
Getting too old for this shit.
Right? We will be back next week on Twitch at 6 p.m. CST.
Ish.
Come on in.
Ish.
Well, Central
ish.
Daylight Time.
Come on in and insult us. We'd love that. Also, you can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. On Facebook, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. And on Twitter, at guysgamesbeer. Notice that there's no "and" there. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next week. I want to thank you guys. We have noticed that there has been quite an
Holy
uptick
crap.
in viewers. Actually, listeners. Listeners has been the big thing. We got a big uptick in listeners, and I want to thank all the new listeners for coming on, and I want to thank all the longtime listeners for listening to us.
love
for
our
so long,
longtime listeners.
When we know that sometimes we are really bad.
So, as you say, welcome and welcome back. Yeah.
Bye. I hear these numbers. Holy shit. I mean, you told me the numbers today. I damn near